Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about BTC USD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the on-chain data by looking at how Bitcoins are moving on and off from exchanges. We will also be focusing on the new supply emitted into circulation. So all very important metrics. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the next potential move here for BTC USD. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, the first thing that I want to focus on is the normal cycles of the crypto market. In fact, if we zoom out, what we can see is that the market at the moment is rejecting exactly the previous all-time high and is currently testing the previous all-time high. In fact, if we look closely, we can see how this was the all-time high of the last cycle. From here, the previous bear market was created. Here we had the halving, the market entered into the bull market. Then we had another bear market. The market went all the way down and tested exactly the previous cycle high. Now a new bull market once again has started. And from a cycle perspective, since we just had the halving around here, what we could expect is yet another continuation to the upside before then the next bear market gets created. So if we look at this cycle, we are still in the bull market and we still could expect bullish continuation to be created away from this area. So in my opinion, the bull market is not ended since the market just recovered to the previous high of the previous bull market. And most precisely, here, the new supply that was emitted into circulation was much more. Now it has been cut completely in half. So essentially, if the demand remains the same, price should increase. And also, these are things that we will be speaking about later on when we will look at the on-chain data. If the price does not reach at least 100K, it will be a big problem because at the moment, miners are actually mining Bitcoins at a loss. And we will be speaking about this later on. But from a monthly perspective, in my opinion, definitely we still should see bullish continuation. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, when it comes here to the weekly time frame, if we look at the technical side, we can see how the market at the moment is testing the previous support. From here, in fact, all this previous move to the upside was created. At the moment, the market is testing the exact same level from which already all these rejections to the upside were created. So from here, there is definitely the possibility of seeing a potential rejection to the upside being created away from this level. So the weekly time frame as well seems quite bullish. Now, let's drop down on the daily time frame and see what we have. Now, when it comes to daily time frame and the technical aspect of the market, the pattern that the market here has been creating is actually clearly you could call it a wedge, but in this case, if you look more precisely, most people are just focusing on this and calling this a wedge. But that is not really the case, because if you look at higher highs and higher lows, in this case, what is happening is that we're actually getting equal lows and lower highs. So this is usually a bearish pattern in which after this, you get a break to the downside. So if we're looking at the pattern technically as it should be, from here, there is a high probability of getting bearish continuation. But in my opinion, we will actually see the move to the upside because this pattern, I think, is getting created mostly for a manipulation. There is the possibility to see a break below the zone that will scare everybody out. It will also give the possibility for the liquidation of all the leveraged longs. There are a lot of liquidations around this area. If then we get a break above, there is definitely the possibility of the continuation to the upside, which I was speaking about when we were looking at the monthly time frame. But to put things simply, the level that I'm currently looking at is this one here. All this area here is very strong resistance. From here, multiple rejections to the downside already have been created. Now, if the market here will break above that zone, so no matter if first we get the manipulation to the downside and then we break above, or if we immediately break above, only after the break to the upside, in my opinion, only at that point, things would once again get interesting here for BTC USD. Because if we get the break above the level, at that point, on the retest of this previous resistance, which at that point would become support, because what we know is that in the market, previous resistance, once it gets broken to the upside, becomes support. Only at that point, we could see some good institutional longing, which would further increase the probabilities of a potential push higher away from this level. Now, if we move to the on-chain data, there are two important metrics that I want to look at. The first one is the exchange reserve. Now, this is the amount of Bitcoins currently held on exchanges. The white line is the price, the purple line is the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges. Now, as the price was first dropping and then recovering, the purple line, so the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges, has only been dropping over and over again. Now, what this shows is that a huge amount of Bitcoins are getting bought and moved away from exchanges, possibly in cold storage. And this decreases the likelihood that those Bitcoins will once again be sold into the open market because they're not even on exchanges yet. So when it comes to the supply, so the supply held on exchanges, that is definitely indicating that there is scarcity at the moment in the amount of Bitcoins present. Therefore, the fundamentals look quite strong. If we go and see what we have when it comes to the supply, what I want to look at is the new supply, so the supply that gets emitted into circulation. And if we zoom out, we can see how clearly every 4 years it gets cut in half. And just now, last month, we had another cut in half of the new supply emitted into circulation. You can see here the purple line that dropped. Now, these are the halvings. And now miners are not managing to actually turn a profit anymore, because since the amount of Bitcoins that they get given essentially has been cut in half, also their revenue has cut in half. All miners have seen their revenue cut in half, and they will only become profitable again if Bitcoin reaches around 100K. So I think that if the price will not reach that 100K, will definitely be a big problem. So that should definitely be the case. So also what this decreases is the new supply emitted into circulation. And if demand remains the same, or if demand increases, which is definitely a possibility considering all the ETFs that are getting approved, at that point, price should increase to accommodate for this new demand, or anyway for the decrease of new supply emitted into circulation. Therefore, the fundamentals, in my opinion, are very, very strong at the moment for BTC USD. So moving back to the technical side of the market, if we will see the break above this level, what would I expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined on the with the on-chain data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, if the market would break this level and then go for a retest, at that point, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, at that point, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if we get a potential push higher away from this level. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked directly in the description of this video. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete all-inclusive mentorship program. As soon as you open the website and scroll down, you will see that there is a complete video presentation of exactly what is included, which is essentially everything. In fact, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses, so risk management course, day trading course, swing trading course, MQL4 programming course on automated trading. Also, you have the possibility to gain access here to all my softwares, starting from the CO2 data software, which is the one that we have used in this video. Also, the trading station software with Telegram signals integration, which essentially puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. You can also gain one-on-one private mentoring directly with me. And if you continue to scroll down the website past the testimonials, you will see that you have the possibility directly from the website to apply and start your journey to enter this incredible program. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out. The link is in the description, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, let me know in the comments below any pairs or topics that you would like me to cover in the next videos, and I will see you in my next breakdown.